Okay, so this is our floor practice. Hopefully you can see everything because it's quite tricky to get this set up. So we're going to do sun salutations, but slightly differently to how I've done them before with you. So we're going to do it all much more floor-based. So we're just going to start in child's pose. So you can start with your legs apart. We're just trying to stretch our torso out, the front part of our body. So reach your hands away from you and just try and rotate your elbows out to the side. So we're just bringing them out, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and drop your head to the floor. And start to take slow, deep breaths into your back, filling your belly with air. And as you breathe out, let any tension flow into the floor. Imagine it's like rain coming out of your body and just soaking into the ground. And as you take a deep breath in, feel strong in the fact that you're grounded on the floor. Just slow, deep breaths in, feeling that energy and strength from being strong in your roots. You're rooted to the floor. And the tension, sadness, anger, all those feelings that have just made your body tense are just dripping into the floor and being soaked away. Trying to breathe in through the nose and slowly out through the nose. Following the breath. And then we're going to start to move into downward dog. So as you inhale, look up, come onto all fours, step back and push. Bend your knees if you need to keep your spine nice and long, and walk the legs out. Your heels may not come to the floor because of your tight muscles from sport, from growing, but just walk them out and enjoy dropping the weight into the straighter leg. And then we're going to bring our knees to the floor, keeping your elbows close to the side, bend them, come down, and then lift up. And then back into your downward dog. And then as you breathe in, drop your left knee to the floor, bring your right leg through. Make sure that you're not pushing into the kneecap, that you're pushing into the lower leg, and come up, squeezing the thighs together. And then come down, stretch forward over that front leg. Again, this might be tense in the sporty, tight muscles of you. But just stretch back as far as you can. Inhale, come forward. Step back into downward dog. And then bring that right knee to the floor. Step your left foot through. Inhale, come up. And as you breathe out, step back. Keep that knee on the floor. Push the bum back. And feel that stretch in the front leg. Try and keep the whole of the foot flat on the floor. If you can't, don't worry. Just be gentle with the muscles. And then come forward, stepping back into your downward dog. And then back down into that child's pose. Inhale. Back up into your downward dog. And then bring your knees to the floor, coming down, elbows tight to the side. Inhale through, squeezing the bum cheeks together. Exhale back into downward dog. Left knee to the floor. Step your right leg through, come up. Exhaling down. Extend that front leg. Rest down. And enjoy the stretch. Inhaling, coming up, back into downward dog. Onto the opposite side, so right knee to the floor, left foot through, come up. As you breathe out, come down, stretch back. squeeze the thighs together if you can. Bend your knee if it's too uncomfy. Still stretching through the spine. Inhaling forwards, come up, step back into your downward dog, and then down into your child's pose. This is just warming the body up. Keep those arms working, slight squeeze of the shoulder blades together. There might be tightness in your arms, and that's sometimes your back muscles as well. They're down the back, but they attach to the arms. And then we'll do one more. So inhaling, stepping back into downward dog. Left knee to the floor, stretch and come through. And then we're just going to do a stretch here. We're not going to hold it. Then come back into downward dog. Other side, right knee to the floor, left foot through. Keep that right angle in the front leg. Exhaling down, stretch slowly back. Not holding. Exhale back into downward dog. And then down into your child's pose. Again, feel the tension pouring out of your body. Take the slow, deep breaths. Get strong from being rooted into the ground. We're going to do a twist from here. So you're just going to walk, keep your bum and your legs where they are, and just try walking round to the side to feel a stretch up the top side of the body. And hold this stretch. You might feel tightness under your arms. That's from your big lats, your latissimus dorsi here. You might feel stretch there. You've got some muscles that attach from your hip to your ribs that are quite nicely stretched in this. If it hurts, just release back a bit. Don't do anything that hurts or pulls on your joints. Just do it to where your muscles will let you go comfortably to stretch. And that can depend on the time of day that you're doing this, how tense you're feeling, how much exercise you've done the day before. And then come back to center and stretch forward. Coming up to sitting, we're just going to open our spine a little bit. So if you sit your bum cheeks on the floor, might need to come forward for this. Bend your knees if you need to. And then you're going to put your hands back behind you and just lift out of your pelvis. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chin up, look up. It's a lift of the chin, don't dump your head back. Those of you that maybe have stopped growing now and feel a bit more stretchy, you can come down onto your elbows. If you can see that. And you might be able to get your head to the floor. Again, don't push it. And remember, you need to come back up. So to help you come up, you push your feet into the floor, you lift up, you use your elbows, bring your chin to your chest, and then bring yourself to seated. Going to stretch again the insides of our legs. So bring your feet together, hold on to your feet, and lift up through the spine. Doesn't matter if your knees are up here or down to the floor. If they're down to the floor, you can bring your legs a bit closer. Do not push on the knees. The opening is from all these muscles here that are tied to your knee. If you pull the knee, push down at the knee, these ones are likely to snap a bit and cause damage at the knees. So just let the body drop to where it wants to. Drop your chin to your chest and breathe. Try and focus on the sensation of the air going into your body. So the feeling of the air going in, the feelings in your body. So what you're feeling when the muscles are pulling, just listen to the body. Try and take all the thoughts out of your head and just focus on whether something feels tight and release it if you can by coming back out of the pose a little bit. Just try and be really aware of what your body's telling you. Try and switch off from the thoughts that are happening outside the body. And then we're going to do another twist from here. So fold your left leg under your right, and then inhale, lift up and twist over the shoulder, taking your head round and your gaze right round behind you. If you can take your hand off the floor and lengthen up through the spine, try that, pushing your feet and your legs into the floor. And then come back round to do the other side. So you can cross your leg over if that's comfortable. Gives a bigger twist. Inhale. So I'll show you that. And then you can lock in and almost hug the knee. And then we're just going to come down to the floor for another twist and then a relaxation. So drop your hands to the side. Turn your face to one side and drop. You're going to bring your knees to your chest and then just drop the legs to the other side. And breathe for 5 breaths. And keep your shoulder blades flat on the floor. Squeeze them together a little bit. And then inhaling back up. Turn the head to the other side. Notice if you're tighter on one side than the other and try and relax into that. And then bring your knees back to your chest. And drop your feet away from you, palms facing up. And I've done a guided relaxation, which you could put on. Make sure you're warm for the guided relaxation. So you might want a blanket or a jumper. If you've had enough, just take a few deep breaths here. Try and release any more tension into the floor. Don't wear hair grips when you're doing it. And then when you're ready, if you're not doing the relaxation, bring your knees to the chest one at a time. Curve into a ball. And then roll to the right-hand side, just grounding yourself. Try and leave any of your negative thoughts on the floor. And just the peace that your body's feeling, just bring that with you as you come up with your eyes closed into a cross-legged position. Take a couple of deep breaths in. Feel that peace in your body. Know that you can come back to that at any time. Oh. Namaste, everybody. Yeah, so if you want the guided relaxation, that is further on. Okay, thank you. Oh, we'll have to turn it off here.